the 17th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Jonathan Allen, defensive end, Alabama.
Some clips in life just make you feel old and brittle. Like, I remember when Jonathan Allen first got drafted. 2017, as a matter of fact, like, we weren't supposed to get him. We were not supposed to get him. Like, he was a top 3 pick, top 5 talent, a defensive stalwart. Like, he was the guy on defense in 2017. And to see him slide all the way to us because of a perceived, he had a shoulder issue, but it never really occurred in his career with us. And to hear him now just get released, it's kind of bittersweet. I'll be honest with you. And I know, like, you bring up Jonathan Allen's name in a room full of Commanders fans. It's like bringing up politics. It's going to divide the room. His legacy with us is just like, obviously, like, he had a lot of, like, hiccups. Not a lot, but, like, encounters with the media. People didn't like him because, he would be the rah-rah guy and then come out, drop an L on the field. Not him per se, but, like, the entire team. It's all like combined with just frustration of the losing seasons, just the putrid culture that we had, and he was a part of it. But I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for shit ownership, bad GM, bad coaches. It's not his fault that he was in it, but I understand how people turned on him because of just the product that was just on the field. The product that was being put on the field was not acceptable. But I still find it bittersweet, man. I'm not like when Allen first got drafted, 2017. I remember I was like, wait, it might be TMI, but I don't care, dude. My girlfriend just dumped me. She like, I found somebody better. And then I was like down and out, and then we somehow land Allen. And I was just like, man, fuck this bitch. I got Jonathan Allen. He's stuck with me the next 4 years. He's not leaving me. We got Jonathan Allen. And that's how I got off. Honestly, that's how I got over my first breakup. Jonathan Allen. So, he actually played a huge part, Jonathan Allen. I don't know. Fuck. I'm a fan of his. I'm not going to sit here and just, deny that fact. I understand why people got mad at him, though. I'm not going to sit here and deny that as well. I understand it. But just going over his legacy, like I said, he's just a guy that was a very good player at the worst time possible. He just got combined with all the freaking misery and just incompetence that was being displayed on a day-by-day basis by us. But that's the past. We got a brand new future. We are, I feel like the culture is almost done being changed. We're like 90%, we got a couple more gigabytes left to download. But Allen, the way I'm gonna sum up his sentence in my eyes as a diehard Commanders fan, Redskins fan. A very good leader, very good guy, a guy you want on your team to be a captain, to be loud spoken in the locker room. Just came at the wrong time. That's the only thing I can think of. I honestly wanted him over Payne. Payne is the one that pisses. Payne was the one that's being a pain in my ass this entire year. Allen was the one's like, look, he underwhelmed this off. Look, let's go to his stats. I don't want you to see. Look at my double chins. So like 2020, 2021, 2022, he was a Pro Bowler. Look at that, 9 sacks, 7.5 sacks. In total, he has 42 sacks with us. Will he go down in a Ring of Fame or Ring of Honor? Sorry, Ring of Fame. I'm a dumb dick. I don't know. I'd say, yeah. If Brian Orakpo, he came to the alumni party, but he was definitely long tenured with us. He played 8 seasons with us. Granted, last season he only played 8 games, but since his rookie year, he only played 5 games, and then also he was just part-time. he's been very steady and consistent with us. Probably our most consistent player over the years. You know, so unfortunately last year he had a season-ending injury. Granted, people don't remember this. Well, I don't know if they do. I don't know. I don't know why I keep saying that, but he wasn't even performing that well. He was. You saw a decline in his play even before he was injured. He wasn't like both him and Payne. Both of them were underperforming. Well, Payne to me all season long, but Allen was not performing up to standards the first 8 games before he got injured. Man only had 3 sacks. Look at it. And on top of that, like even the 3 sacks, like he wasn't applying any pressure, which he usually does in third down. He wasn't stopping the run. It's never been a big forte of his, but like he just wasn't stopping the run. And I feel like that accumulated to his release. Like, but going over like let's talk about the present. Now, I don't want to get back with the past and the history. We got to move on. We got to live in the present, and with an eye to the future. So, as of right now, I mean, it created 16.35 cap space for us, which we will certainly need to sign more free agents. I'm assuming. Well, I'll get to that later, but it was a contract. It was a year where we can get out of his contract, and we did. He was 30 years old. You saw his play decline before the season-ending injury. It was just a move that had to be made, in my opinion. So, especially after like seeing guys like Joey Bosa get released, I was just like, once I saw Joey Bosa get released, I was just like, yeah, we're gonna release Jonathan Allen. We're not gonna be able to get anything from him. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but with that release, we now have the 4th most cap space in the NFL. We are sitting tight at 80 million. Patriots got 125. We're sitting tight at 80. We damn near had the 3rd most because the Raiders are like basically with us as well. We have a lot of holes to fill. This creates another hole. I'm assuming we're going to aim for a defensive, like a run-stopping defensive tackle, because that was our Achilles heel last year. Jonathan Allen, albeit, let's be honest, he did play better in the playoffs. He actually played fine. He had that role, and I feel like this is going to be his role for the remainder of his career. A third down guy applies interior pressure. That's always been his bread and butter. So he was actually doing. He was he was very consistent in the playoffs. He was applying pressure, but he also unfortunately played a role with us not being able to stop the run. His PFF grade. I mean, I don't know if you guys like PFF, but his PFF grade was only 50, and I believe it was like 52 against the run. So. This is a move that I'm assuming, like, I'm going to probably make another video about which defensive tackles we're probably going to sign, probably that fits us. I'm most likely it's going to be a run-stopping defensive tackle. Yeah, man. Let's see what my notes I got here. Thank God we drafted Jerzon Newton. Thank God we drafted Jerzon Newton. Like, when he first got drafted, I'm going to show my face for this. I need y'all to see my reaction. When we drafted Jerzon Newton last year in the 2nd round, I heard groans. I was groaning. I'm in freaking Maryland. I heard people groaning in freaking Virginia, South Dakota. I know what people were thinking. I was like, really? A defensive tackle again? We just drafted Fedarian Mathis, and look how that worked out. But looking back at it now, Adam Peters probably saw, was like, all right, this dude's going to turn 30. This was the year to get out of his contract because he had 1 more year left. So he was just like, let me draft a defensive tackle so that we can get out of Allen's contract next year. Or, just as insurance. Now that pick is looking like he was the BPA. Newton was the BPA, and now he filled a need while being a BPA, which is striking gold in the NFL draft. Then like going to Newton, to Payne, which I'm assuming those two are going to be the starters next year. Here's the thing about Payne, and I'm going to pull this up for you guys, actually. I'm going to end this video. Deron Payne has an out next year. We can get out of his contract. Look at this. I don't know if I can make it bigger. What the fuck? There we go. We can get out of his contract next year, dude. Potential out next year. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. Deron Payne, you have been placed on notice by, well, not by me. What the fuck? Nobody, I ain't shit right now. I'm predicting this right now. If Payne doesn't live up to his, I think Payne not only needs to play good next year, he needs to play great in order to be a Commander the year after that. I would not be surprised if we draft a defensive tackle in the first round, if we have it or if we did trade back. I just would not be surprised if our first pick is a defensive tackle. Tackle will be a need even if we get a veteran in the free agency, which I'm assuming we are. It's going to be a need. We're going to want to get out of this contract next year. So that's my prediction. He might go 2 years in a row, defensive tackle in the second round. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Listen, much respect to Jonathan Allen. I wish him nothing but the best. But, you know, it just had to end like this. It made sense. I was about to say for both parties, but it kind of does. Allen gets a fresh new start where he can decide his own team. I like that we did him right. We didn't do him dirty. We didn't, we gave him the option to look for a trade. Then we released him. He's free to sign wherever he wants. He deserves it. He put up with our BS for a while and vice versa a little bit. Well, I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide, but let me know what you guys think, man. Just had to do this video on Deron Payne. I mean, I'm a dumb dick. Jonathan Allen. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Until next video, peace, y'all.